Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today I wanted to go over some of the big items I think that Last War can address to make the game better, not only for new players that were to join an old server, but also for current players. If you like these kinds of videos, please hit that like button and let me introduce you to Turnaround Timmy. Turnaround Timmy has lately made some really great changes in the organization. He does not see eye to eye with CEO Bob, and I like Turnaround Timmy. Turnaround Timmy has brought in the 60 glittery coins for the 500 gems, so I purchased it already for the day. But Turnaround Timmy was keen on getting free-to-play players access to the glittery market. Turnaround Timmy is actually listening to us and implementing things we want to see change on these older servers, and that is weapon shards as a lot of these gift bonuses and like the loot quest and other things. No longer just hero shards, but we're actually getting weapon shards in a lot of different ways. This is huge and has been a hot topic with a lot of people because it's just annoying. If you've been playing for over a year or even more, you probably don't need legendary shards anymore, so you're looking for weapon shards, and to have just more hero shards just thrown out there and all these different things, and they're not updating them, it's finally good to see that happen. And then same thing with the custom weekly pass. We now have weapon shards in here. This is fantastic. I'm so glad that this is happening. Turnaround Timmy is doing an excellent job. Unfortunately, CEO Bob saw what Turnaround Timmy was doing and said, hold on, not too much, too fast, I don't like it. I still really want to see ceramic in the glittery market. I still want to see hero shards in the glittery market. And I don't want to see any of those dang weapon shards in the market. And guess what? That's still what we got here. Ceramic, hero shards, and these dang legendary skill chip chests. I do not like how they put these in here because it is so tempting to pick this up, when in reality, this chest is so much better for just slightly more. I really don't know why they have both of these in here, but I get it. If you're a big spender, you want to have that option. But for people that are on a budget, that selection chest is such a better choice. I would like to see this random chip chest drop down to like 200. That would make a lot more sense to me. So it is good to see Turnaround Timmy making some improvements around here, which is exciting to see. However, I think CEO Bob is still stuck in his own old ways, because on these old servers, it is so hard to get into the game when you start on an old server that's been around for a year and a half. And while I've only been playing for about 5 months on this account, I could have made probably so much more progress if there was a way to give out additional bonuses and incentivize people to start accounts on older servers. Whether that's welcome packs with all these different resources, speed ups, things to get you progress really fast to get you caught up. Because it's not like you're competing on a new server where everybody's getting everything new and you're making progress at the same rate. You're on an old server, you're months behind, even a year behind. And if Turnaround Timmy can convince CEO Bob to implement these things, I think that would really help these older servers grow. Because as of right now, these servers, especially this one that I'm on right here on 22, it is dying. People are leaving and quitting faster than people are joining, which is unfortunate. Because these are the OG servers. We're getting content first. We're experiencing things first. And you want to keep these servers going. You want to keep them alive. Because even when you have these big servers that everybody's kind of flocking to, you need smaller servers to keep everything in balance and to keep gameplay flowing, so it's not just dominating dead servers all the time. And I know it's nice for the whale servers that they don't have to have a whole lot of competition. They're almost guaranteed first, or if not top 3. But then on the flip side of that, it takes away the fighting, it takes away the fun of the gameplay when you have 2 big servers competing against 6 other servers that are either dying or just significantly weaker because there's no new players coming in and no new whales coming in to help those servers grow. And the thing is, they don't have to worry about restrictions because they already restrict access to creating new accounts on the big server. So if you try to join a mega whale server, you can't. You can only go and create an account on usually weaker servers because there's availability for a whale to come in and play on that account. And I'm not saying you need to give people access to everything all the way up through season 4, but even if you started and you're in season 4, if you can get access to the season 2 progress, so you had access to an exclusive weapon deal for the heroes that were available in season 1 and season 2, and then on top of that, you automatically had the experience for the profession level all the way up to, say, 60 or 70 unlocked. So you get into season 4 and you can progress and get access to the tactics cards. Because it's ridiculous if you go to create an account on a new server, you're handicapped. You can't even play with other people. So if they want to encourage people to play on these servers and to grow them, they really need to think about this stuff and encourage them by opening these things up to them, giving them access bundles to different things, whether for free or maybe it's, $20 and you unlock all this stuff right away, whatever it is, just to encourage people to come to these old servers. I mean, my account right now, just under 19 million on the first squad, about 11.3 on the second squad. I don't have my fourth squad on here, but it's around 10 million. And I've been playing for 4 months. While that is some decent progress for 4 months, this isn't my main account, so it's not like I'm grinding. It's decent progress. But for where I'm at in season 4, trying to compete with these guys, I really need to have an account that's at least 35 million, if not more, to be competitive with a lot of the players, maybe even 30 million if you're talking about free-to-play, really casual players. And even if you come in and you start spending a bunch of money, you're really restricted because of the number of things that you can buy every week and the different deals. So the weekly deals, the daily deals, you're limited. There's no way you can catch up on time for the amount of drone components to people that have level 10, level 11 drone components. It's going to take you months to get there, months and months and months. And by the time you finally get there, they're going to be another component or level 2 ahead of you. Can a spender go and create an account on an older server? Yes. Is it going to be extremely competitive? Probably not, but you could still have a lot of fun. You can still go and dominate the more casual players, the low-end spenders. Even if you jump in and spend a good amount of money, you could certainly go and take over one of these small dying servers for sure. Because you do have access to everything. Right away you can get your drone, you can get the skill chips, you can get the gorilla unlocked. So you have access to everything to gain a ton of power really fast. It's just the fact that you're going to have to spend a lot of money to get there and to catch up. I know CEO Bob is just loving it. All these new servers that are being created, all the new players that are flowing in, filling in these new servers, and they're starting these accounts and making a ton of progress, buying all these packs, passes, whatever it is, and those are doing great. But you're going to continue to have the trend of older servers slowly dying, being replaced by these newer servers instead of keeping players around for a long period of time and bringing in new players to keep those old servers alive. Because that's where the content comes from that we can create, like myself, and put that out there on YouTube to share the new content that's coming out and what to expect when it gets to your server. If our servers start dying, it's harder to show this content, it's harder to play the game. When it's tough, one, to create an account on an older server to do that, to make progress really fast and actually be able to do everything. So I have to wait for a lot of things to come to my main account to actually really experience it. Even though I have access to it on my mini account 2 weeks ahead, some of the things I can't get access to, like the tactics cards. So I can't equip this on my mini account because I'm not level 80 in the profession. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me personally. It just really makes it hard to share content with everyone. And not only that, but then it's hard for people to compare what it's like when new things come out, because if you don't have an even playing field with a lot of players, active players that are actually participating, if the server's dead and things come out and there's no way to really test it or no way to really push the limits, then it's hard to really give good feedback. Then it rolls out to bigger servers, a bigger server grouping with a lot more players, and then all of a sudden then they start hearing about all these issues. because they weren't talked about or really discussed in detail, or maybe even saw in the first grouping, because there weren't that many players to really test it with. And then on the topic of packs and things like that, the daily must buys and the weekly deals, I think these really need to be updated for how old servers are, not only to encourage new players, but then also to encourage current players, keep them spending, make things worth value. Because this training pack here, for instance, it's 30 for $5. When you first unlock the gorilla, this is great value. But later on, it's not only just one level, now it's just a third of a level. So the value per dollar drops off. Breaking that down, instead of $5 for a level, it's now $15 per level when you're upgrading the gorilla. And then same thing with the drone parts pass and the drone component packs. Those drop off significantly. I think the drone components, that one could probably stay where it's at. But the drone parts, I think, could start to see an increase the older the server gets. Take it up to 40, take it up to 50, whatever that number may be, to make that dollar worth more. Then you got things like the honor store, which just don't make sense to have a decoration chest in here for 50,000, or the legendary skill chip chest in here for 50,000. It's just making players make bad decisions if they don't know better or not quite sure what to buy in here. Because in most games, you think, okay, I saved up, I'm going to buy the big ticket item, when in reality, it's like the worst thing to do. And then campaign, I have no idea why we still have ceramic in the shop here, or at least update it with something else. I don't know. But they need to just do an entire rework on the honor campaign. I think Turnaround Timmy certainly got a lot of work to do with CEO Bob. We will see what happens next over the next few months as season 4 progresses, and then after season 4, what the big update is. There was no big update after season 3, so I'm assuming that there's going to be a big update after season 4. So we're going to wait and see what that is, whether it's a new Overlord, tier 11 troops, hopefully some more free stuff for the free-to-play players and even low-end spenders. It's always great to see that stuff, and then maybe some updates to some of these things. I really hope that they do this stuff. I know they've been paying attention to some of the things anyways that we've been saying. So share your opinions. Please leave a comment below. Share your opinion on what you think should be changed in the game to help progress and encourage people to jump on older servers and play. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.